Hey everyone, welcome back. So I know you've been wanting to work on your English grammar,
Mm-hmm.
and you found this outline for an episode of an English learning podcast
Right.
called Fluent Steps.
Mm.
Took a look at it, and I love this approach.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's only like 8 to 10 minutes long,
Yeah.
and it's all about these common mistakes we all make sometimes. Like
Yeah.
I still remember this one time in college, I wrote this whole paper
Oh no.
using affect when I really meant effect.
Uh.
And my professor was not impressed.
Oof. Yeah, I bet.
So are you ready to kind of deep dive into this Fluent Steps outline and see what we can learn?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're focusing on three main things,
Yeah.
confusing there, and they're mixing up your and your,
Yeah. Classic mistakes.
and then using the wrong verb tenses.
Yeah, those are good ones to focus on because I think those are areas where a lot of people, even native English speakers, can trip up.
Absolutely, and they jump right into that. They're their thing.
Okay.
And they actually have this mnemonic device.
Oh, fun.
Their hair is over there because they're stylish.
Okay.
I mean, part of me thinks that's pretty clever,
Yeah.
but would I actually remember it
Right.
when I'm writing? What do you think about that?
I think it's definitely memorable,
Okay.
which is a good start
Yeah.
because it uses visualization,
Uh-huh.
which can be really helpful for memory.
Right.
I think the reason these words are so tricky is because they're homophones. They sound alike but have different meanings and spellings.
Mm-hmm.
And because they're so common, we often just write them really quickly
Yeah.
without thinking about the specific context.
Right.
So I think the key is to just slow down and think about,
Yeah,
the function of the word in the sentence.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And, you mentioned before that you really like quizzes,
Oh, yeah.
and the Fluent Steps outline actually has some interactive elements.
Oh.
Like they have this section where listeners guess the correct sentence.
That's a good idea.
So it's applying those rules in a kind of a fun way.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's really clever.
Yeah.
If you think about how many language learning apps use games and quizzes,
Right.
there's a reason for that.
Uh-huh.
Turning learning into a game taps into our natural desire for rewards and achievement. So it can make the process feel less like a chore,
Right.
more engaging.
Yeah.
And I think when you're actively participating instead of passively listening,
Yeah.
you're more likely to remember the information.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And they also talk about incorporating sound effects,
Oh, interesting.
like a ding for a correct answer,
Okay.
which, I mean, it seems a little gimmicky.
Yeah.
But could that actually help?
I think it could.
Yeah.
Sound is a really powerful learning tool.
Okay.
Think about how easily we remember jingles or songs.
Oh, yeah.
Auditory cues can just create these stronger memories and associations in our brains.
Okay. So if you're adding like a ding for a correct answer,
Mm-hmm.
you're basically creating this positive reinforcement loop
Mm-hmm.
that makes learning more enjoyable and memorable.
So it seems like it's not just about memorizing the rules,
Right.
but it's also about understanding why those rules exist
Exactly.
and then finding ways to actually actively apply them.
Yeah.
And it seems like Fluent Steps is doing a good job of kind of combining all of these things.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're using a multi-sensory approach,
Yeah.
combining those visual mnemonics,
Uh-huh.
the auditory cues,
Yeah.
and then the interactive exercises.
Right.
And I think this type of active learning
Yeah.
is just so much more effective than just reading a grammar textbook.
Yeah, it's giving me ideas for how I can improve my own writing.
Yeah, me too.
So any final thoughts for our listener on how they can really make the most of these tips?
I would say think about your own learning style.
Okay.
If you're someone who learns best by doing ticks, don't just listen to Fluent Steps.
Mm-hmm.
Take those grammar points.
Yeah, and create your own practice exercises.
Right.
Like write a short story, try a grammar quiz online, or even try to teach the concepts to someone else.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, the more you engage with the material, the better you'll retain it.
That's great advice. So to everyone listening out there, dive into Fluent Steps, get creative with your practice.
Yeah, have fun with it.
And who knows, maybe you'll be teaching us a thing or two about grammar soon.
I love it.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
We'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye.